yeah, go ahead, guys. I know some of you are going to take a minute to get in here, but let's finish off with questions that you have. Doesn't have to be related to, the ebook or the Gamers Academy. But any questions that you may have, so we can close out. Another point that I didn't make here is that YouTube Gamers Academy, this semester, I'm calling them semesters, is only going to be open. So to get in for this semester is only going to be open until February 29th. Reason why is I like to get, only a certain bulk of people. And like the thing I've learned in years of coaching and teaching and stuff like that is the more intimate you can keep your groups, the more effective you can be. If I tried to lead 3,000 people all by myself, all at once, it's going to be less effective than if I lead 50 people, kind of get them up and propped up and running, and then bring in another 50 people so that I'm only like actively training, because people will stay in the academy over time, which is cool because we're going to continue to add value. But the people who have already gone through the bulk of the knowledge sessions, because right now I don't necessarily have a plan to, because I have a core curriculum that we're going through, but I have other ideas that aren't necessarily related to SEO that I'd like to share with that group, things that I think will really help them. Like we have some hacks that I'm going to teach people about YouTube in the academy, certain things that, the big boys have kind of learned that are the tips and tricks. Like I don't get too heavy into tips and tricks because, they are not as powerful, obviously, as making great content, which is what we focus on very heavily. But there are some tips and tricks. So I've got like a hacks video that we're going to be doing, which isn't necessarily SEO directly related, even though it can be tied to SEO. We'll do some of that. But the idea here is once I get everybody that's in it now, or once we get everybody in by the 29th of February, I will get them through the bulk of the lessons. I'll get them through all of the practical and peer review exercises, because we do the knowledge sessions, we do peer reviews, and then I've got some actual no-nonsense exercises that I'm going to have the entire academy go through together, applying all of the knowledge that they're learning. And then once they get there, it'll be perpetual knowledge. New videos will theoretically come out, and if that changes, I will obviously let you all know. Again, once we get through the core curriculum of just the SEO part. And then I don't just share my stuff, like I bring in other really good stuff and anecdotes from other people who are smarter than me that help people think. And the great thing is the people in the academy do it too. Like it's not just me sharing stuff, it's everybody's like, hey, I just listened to this podcast. You all should really listen to it because it'll help you do this thing over here. So it's not just my knowledge and the things I'm learning from other people, but the knowledge other people are bringing into it as well. Because everybody, even if you're here, you still know something. You're not completely void of knowledge. You can still contribute. Don't think that you can't, because even if you're here at the noob stage, you can still contribute. Now, obviously, you may not be able to get up in front of 50 people and hold a 3-hour seminar, but you can still add value. Okay, like I said, I had a guy, I think with 6 subs one time, hit me up and no views. Like I don't even know if he was making videos. He just hit me. I was like, hey, here's an SEO tip for you that you may not be tracking. Blammo. And I was like, yeah, thank you, sir. It was something really obscure that I wouldn't have ever really thought to do. But there is some, when you get into the textbooks here, there's some validity around some of those things. Some of them are just kind of try them and see if they work. But bottom line is I don't want it to grow past the point where I can intimately give everybody the attention they need. So we'll get those 50 squared away. And once they're kind of helping run the academy by sharing stuff and they're coming back with their success stories, because part of it too is coming back with lessons learned from what you applied in the academy. That's going to be kind of the third phase that everybody's going to be hip to once we get going. And then, so once I get everybody focused in that realm, I can bring in a new group of people to the first phase, the knowledge sessions. And then graduate them to the practical exercises, and then graduate them to kind of the perpetual. And this is just for the people that stay in it. Some people may just go through the knowledge sessions and not want to stay in the academy, which is totally cool. You can cancel at any time. It's a monthly membership, but it's one that you cancel, whenever, you know. And frankly, like if you're down on your luck, well, one, if you're down on your luck, don't do it, because not into taking people's money, man. That's not cool. And I certainly wouldn't want someone to do it to me. But, you know, just basically now. So the February 29th is where I think, based on the way it's growing, we'll kind of hit that threshold of the amount of people I want to coach at one time. And then once we get everybody pushed through the curriculum, we'll open it back up. But I will tell you that it will not, like right now, today, it's $5 a month. When I open up the next semester, it's going to go up. I did the first phase at $5 a month to say thank you to the people who believed in me to be the first kind of people to go through it. But two is a thank you to the people who had already been supporting me on Patreon. And so if you're on alloy7.tv and you click on the YouTube Gamers Academy link over in the top right-hand corner, you actually see you can sign up on PayPal or on Patreon. It's totally up to you, whichever one you choose. Choose whichever one works better for you. But like I said, you can cancel at any time. And the month where you cancel, you still get access to it obviously for that month, because you will have paid for it. So theoretically, if you just wanted to come, you know, get in and then immediately cancel, you'd still have access to. I think somebody actually did that. Like they showed up, they contributed, and then they bounced. But they knowing that they're still going to get access to everything for a month. And that's fine. I mean, you'll miss out. Obviously, they probably will be done before we finish the curriculum. But if they've gotten out of it what they feel like they want, more power to them. So, what other questions do we have so we can close this jammy out, yo? Let's hear it. Got the gaming goose in the house. What's up, homie? So yeah, if anybody's asking where you can actually join the academy, it's alloy7.tv. And then actually Jolly and Anna can just post links to it. There they go. And they've got the ebook too. So one other thing I will point out about the ebook is it's part of the curriculum here. So I highly recommend that you do both. Okay? Because if you go through the exercises in the book, the first few lessons over here, you'll be able to blaze through them and you won't have as many questions. Not that you won't have as many questions, because there's a lot of good questions to be stimulated out of what we're learning here. But you will have already gone through some of the rigor, so it'll be kind of like a second time in the shoot, but a little bit more detailed than what you would have done in the book. Okay? Not mandatory by any stretch. If you don't want to mess with the book, you can totally still be in the academy without it. It just helps. All right. Excuse me. Vita Mocha says, I should be sleeping, but I prefer to watch Alloy. It's a trade-off I'm willing to take. Wow, that's high praise, man. Gaming Goose says, do you get more from PayPal or Patreon? I think it's about the same. I think they take about the same cut. But what I tell people is just do whichever one works best for you. Whichever one's more convenient and easy for you. I don't worry about one of my mentors says, don't be penny wise and dollar foolish. Like, I like people to, the reason why I did both is because I imagine there would be people who didn't want to mess with Patreon, like they didn't want to set up an account. But then there'd be people who wanted to do Patreon because they didn't want more of their personal information tied to it. So it makes, the 18-cent difference that there may be is not really worth it. So I say whichever one you prefer, my brother. If you're asking because you're planning on joining, then I say do which one works for you. How much will it be next semester? I'm still figuring that out. I'm trying to keep it fair for everybody involved. So I am a firm belief that it's worth way more than $5 a month. Like, for example, like if a company brought me in to school their people on how to do this, like if I came in to help a company do its, say, external communications, and I'm the one being brought in to help like their developers map this stuff out and tie like the company's strategic, because basically what this is helping you do is write a quasi-business plan for your YouTube channel. Because remember, I focus on ninjas and people that are more entrepreneurial minded. Granted, you're not going to read this ebook and then be able to go pitch an investor, but you're going to go through some of the same rigor that people starting companies have to do the hard stuff that nobody wants to do. And that's what a lot of the other ebooks don't do for you. They give you the tips and the tricks, and here's how to get your titles and tags right. I focus a lot less on that and focus more on the business aspect. Because I'm telling you, if you can figure out how to make viral content, this will take care of itself. You could come, if you knew how to make a video go viral every time you made one, I would give you the keys to the academy and let you teach it. Because that would be, it's almost impossible to make every video you make go viral, though. So that's why I'm saying it. But those are things to think about in that regard. So yeah, that was a very long way to say I don't know yet what we're going to charge. I want it to be fair for everybody involved, but I also want it to be properly priced for what we're doing on the business side of the house, such that we can continue to grow what we're doing. Because at $5 a month, I'm not necessarily taking a loss, but I am taking a loss on time. So what I am giving in terms of hours that I'm putting into it is way more than all of the $5 a month subscription. So I want to balance that out for my family's sake, for my sake, the sake of our business too. Because if we're going to build things here, we need to be able to bring in revenue to do certain things in the industry as well. So I got to figure out what that happy medium is, and to be honest with you, I haven't figured it out yet. I can tell you it probably won't be like $100 a month because nobody would pay for that. That would be dumb. But just rest assured, once I do know what it's going to be, I will put out an announcement. Okay? So it won't be crazy. I'm not going to try to charge somebody some exorbitant amount of money that they can't afford. Even whether it's worth it or not, I still want to make it affordable for everyone because, gamers aren't really known in the industry as people who have, exorbitant amounts of cash sitting around. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Look at Jolly. Jolly, stop scaring people, man. He said a lot more than just 5. I'm not going to say it's going to be crazily more, but it will be higher once I figure out the proper way. And I'm actually going to get some outside advisors. I'm not just going to go off my own intuition and what I know about pricing. I'm actually going to bring in some outside advisement. Some people who've been in this part of the game longer than me. Because, I come from service-based business where I'm the guy coming in negotiating the contracts, getting the labor and doing that part. Doing the kind of the B2C type businesses. I'm not new to it. I'm new to doing it myself. Like I've done it for other people. I've run other people's businesses for them. But as I'm going through it myself, and because I sell a product that's very niche, not one that has a whole lot of presence, I'm essentially creating a market that didn't exist before. Or a sub-market of a bigger market is probably a less arrogant way to say that. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. We will keep it such that nobody has to get a second mortgage on their house. Gamey Goose says, I'll do the work, you bring the personality. Boom, sponsors. Ghetto Bee in a chicken suit would go viral. I think Will Smith already did that. I don't know if I can make that go viral. He did that on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But, that was so long ago that America may be ready. Okay, so the question about do Patreon supporters get to play what's in the streams. If you go to my Patreon page, you will see that I have removed that. I just don't have a warm and fuzzy right now today with charging people just to play Minecraft with us. I want people on Patreon supporting us because you believe in what we're doing, not just so that you can get a slot to play video games with us. So I took it down just because I don't... The team is people like Jolly and Kaz and Anna. We're trying to figure out exactly what that needs to look like. I'm not sure. We may come back with something on Patreon, but I need to be able to articulate to everybody that you're not just giving to play Minecraft with us, right? I'm not just charging you to play Minecraft with us, because that just doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sit right with me. That if you're giving to a bigger vision, and one of the benefits is you get to play video games with us, if that makes sense. And it sounds kind of like I'm saying the same thing, but somewhere in my heart, it feels different. And I would never want to do, like, if it feels a little off to me, that means it's going to feel off to someone else. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want people thinking that it just, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to get all of you guys involved. You know, so for now, just stay on the streams, keep hanging with us, and we'll figure out how exactly we want to do that. Okay? Of course, you know, if a celebrity did it, nobody would ever think it's bad. Like if Arnold Schwarzenegger was playing Minecraft and you could pay $5 to play with him, most people would probably do it. But I am not at the Arnold Schwarzenegger level yet. Hey, that's excellent, Gaming Goose. Yeah, once you get into the academy, sir, I would love your inputs. That would be a great asset to have. You would be a great person in helping me flesh it out, too. Yeah, and I appreciate the praise, guys, but like I say, you know, I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. So please don't come here looking for the silver bullet that's going to take you from 0 to 100,000 subscribers overnight. I believe in building value. I believe in building longevity. So a lot of times I don't focus on, like, you want velocity and you want momentum, but I always feel like you want to grow with the right people. So, you know, there are ways I could accelerate the growth of the channel, but would I be growing it with the people that I want with me down the road? Would I be growing it with the ninjas? And the fact of the matter is, there's just not a lot of these in the world. It's kind of sad. I wish the world had more ninjas. It'd make what I do here a lot easier. Okay. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do tonight. Here's how I want to play this. Let's do it like this. What number do I want to use here? Not quite sure. What number? Let's say the first 3 people that sign up for the academy tonight. So that's the $5 a month sign up. The first 3 people that sign up for the academy tonight, here's how we'll do it. Because I always like to do some level of something free besides just the stuff that's already free. You know, you're going to find out with me, one of the things I teach very heavily on is giving value before you ask for it back, and giving more than what you're asking for. Okay? Something that I believe sowing and reaping is what some ancient texts may call that. Anyway, first 3 people to get into the academy, I will give you a copy of the YouTube Gamer Survival Guide for free. Okay? So the first 3, and I'll know because I get the emails. I'll be able to timestamp it when people sign up. First 3 people that get into the academy, it will come with a copy of the YouTube Gamer Survival Guide. And just so you know how much this is, if you haven't already walked over to the website, this is $19.95. This is $5 a month. So with your subscription tonight, I will also send you. And so the way this works is if you subscribe, you're going to get an email from me shortly, from me directly. Like I don't do any automation with that. I like to send that out personally. It's just the way I roll. Which is, you know, is helped by the fact that I don't let 1 million people into the program all at once. Okay? You're going to get an email from me explaining what you need to do to get access to the academy. It's very easy. It's a mixture between YouTube videos and a private Facebook page where everybody comes and can consume the information, answer the questions, where we will eventually do the practical exercises, and then transition into some of the other things that we want to do. included in that email for you first 3 will be a download link where you can get the YouTube Gamer Survival Guide for free. Now, here's what I want back from you in terms of getting value. Every one of you, I give a free copy of this to. Frankly, I want all of you to do this, but I understand time is what it is. Priorities are what they are, and it is. Every one of you that gets a copy of this, I want you to email me 3 sentences about what was the best takeaway you had from the book. Like, what made it worth your time? Because obviously you're not paying for it, but what made it worth your time, and what would make it worth somebody else getting it? Okay, and then we feature everybody that writes us. We try to feature it on the website. So, and also, always giving back, kind of the residual altruism or reciprocal altruism. You also, if I can find your channel, I also put an icon of it and your channel name as the kind of testimonial so that people can find you too. Right? So it's kind of the give and take. You give first. So that's what we're going to do. Any other questions before I go try to sleep off the rest of this sinus infection? You said, I thought you were going to say play Minecraft with us. I got my credit card and everything. Yeah, I don't want you joining the academy so that you can play Minecraft with us. That's not what we need to do. Hey, Ashley, what's up? Can always count on Ashley. She's one of the most faithful people here. Mellow Gamer says, I'm back. Let's see. All right. The first pie people. Yeah, so whoever if you had already signed up while I was talking, then yeah, that counts. So the first 3 folks. First 3 folks. So yeah, if you signed up an hour ago, then you'd probably be first. Okay? All right, you guys got any other questions before I roll up out of here? Uh-oh. Oh, I thought the stream died again. Game Machine says, I wish I had a new and better channel icon. I tried to ask B, but my question... Okay, so contact Anna, Hickville Productions. She's on the stream. She is the graphic artist for Alloy 7. Done. There you go. There's your icon. Hyde says, stop sniffling so... Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have a sinus infection, but you still come online to try to help people. So, yeah, check that out. You see Hyde there yelling? That's one of the 4 people that we talked about being guaranteed to fail. And I'm not calling them out because they yelled at me. I don't care about that. But that is textbook being overly judgmental, and actually, just to use him as a case study, or she, Hyde is overly judgmental and is a nitpicker. He's focused on me sniffling on a video, which has no bearing on anything in the universe. He's focused on the wrong stuff. He's not focused on the 3 hours of content that we just talked about, right? He's focused on the wrong things. He's focused on the fact that somebody is sniffling. That little bit of inconvenience, that little bit of discomfort that's caused because it's a little bit awkward is causing someone not to be able to focus on the bigger picture, okay? That's literally like... your life is in danger and you're worried about running back into a burning house to get your PlayStation 4. And again, I'm not trying to make fun of this person or disparage them. I'm trying to use that as an example that these are some of the symptoms of failure, is that we focus on the wrong crap, okay? Do I know of a YouTuber named Garrett-Dactyl? I don't think so. Okay. Mysterious Chosen One says, when does the Academy start? Okay. It's already started. Patrick Coble says, Have a great night and get well soon. I get sinus infections a lot. Yeah, it's out. Mine are caused by allergies. You get up in there and you fight them and you fight them, but fortunately, the stuff I deal with is not really contagious. Okay. It looks like we got to everybody's questions. So if I don't get to your questions, just PM them to me. Okay? If we don't get to them in the academy, sometimes I miss them because I can't keep up with how fast the stream moves. It's fine. Like I said, don't be a nitpicker. All right? So hopefully everybody got the information here. Remember, before we go tonight, guys and ladies, follow me on Snapchat. I am going to start doing stuff there too, which is going to be helpful. It's going to be like a supplement to what we do here. So, and if you're not on Snapchat, first of all, if you're not on Snapchat and you're not a creator, you should at least have all the apps downloaded. Now, like I said, I am not a believer that you should be on every social network trying to make them all work at the same time because it's too much juggling. But you should at least have them all downloaded and know how to use them for such a time when you do master one platform and move to the next. But I'm getting word from a lot of very wealthy people in business. These aren't gaming, personalities. These are multi-millionaires, okay? Saying that Snapchat is the new TV. So I am seriously considering about taking what I've done on Twitter, because I think Snapchat is a better fit for what I do. It may not be for you. And a lot of what I get on Twitter is useless to me, information. Like, I follow a handful of people, but the problem is a lot of the people who aren't talking about much of anything drown it out. And, I don't have the patience to sit there and listen to stuff that's not having an effect on my life or something that's important to me. So the bottom line is get on Snapchat and follow me at TheSecondLetter. You can follow me on Twitter too. Or at Alloy7 on Snapchat. You can follow me on Twitter too. I'm not going to, obviously delete my Twitter account. I just think I'm heavily considering creating less of a presence on Twitter because I think I can be more effective on Snapchat because Snapchat allows me to actually talk to the audience. Okay? So get at me there. Oh, and Saturday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the Minecraft role-playing live stream with all my buddies, Jolly Dangerous, Hickville Productions. Hopefully Evan the Pixel Pusher will be able to make it. Lucas Beamer, who's not on the stream tonight, and Cosrico Red Claw. And other than that, friends, cool. Osid says, I'll pick all the nits I want. You ain't the boss of me. Wouldn't have it any other way, brother. Okay, cool. Look, I'm out of here, peeps. Brother, got to get some sleep. Thank you so much for joining us. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to spend all of this time with me. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. Remember, as always, friends, to be excellent to each other because we are stronger than I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next stream. And hopefully, I'll see you on the other side of some of this stuff here. Peace out. Have a great weekend if we don't talk before. And hopefully we'll see you on the Minecraft stream. Peace.